Hello, good morning everyone. I Kusum Chaudhary, Assistant Professor in School of Architecture, Galgotias University. Here today we will start your module which is Agora, and in this module we have building construction 6, and in this subject today we will discuss about the portal frame. So in this slide here are given prerequisites. So in the previous module, in prefab, we already discussed about the prefabrication system. You already aware with the term of prefabrication, pre-stressed concrete and industrial construction structure steelwork. So as we all aware with the term of prefabrication, portal frame is also an example of the prefabrication in steelwork. So here are given few objectives of this lecture. First one is industrial construction in steel. Second is portal frame prefab construction in steel. And third is type of portal frame structure. Next is large span roof structure system for industrial building. So in this lecture we will cover all these objectives. So let's start our today lecture with the introduction of the portal frame. Portal frame can be defined as two-dimensional rigid frame that have basic characteristic of a rigid joint between column and beam. For example, this is an column and this is the beam. So here you can see the joint between the column and the beam. Steel frame construction is a good option for a diversity of a project for many reasons including durability, affordability, and third is the sustainability. Structural steel component can quickly be fabricated off-site and then transported to the construction site when needed, minimizing on-site labor requirement and reducing the labor cost. They are usually made from steel but can also be made from concrete or timber. Basically it need to achieve low cost building envelope. It developed during World War, but now the most common form of enclosure for span of 20 to 60 meter. So this is an example of portal frame. Here you can see this is an again column. This part is known as the beam, and this is part we call the purlin, and this is overall we call the portal frame. Now we comes on the types of portal frame. So here you can see the pitched roof symmetric portal frame. This is an one type of portal frame. So generally fabricated from UKB sections with a substantial eaves haunches section, which may be cut from a rolled section or fabricated from plate. 25 to 35 meter are the most efficient span for this kind of pitched roof symmetric portal frame. So basically UKB section means is British Steel, the only UK manufacturer of steel sections. So this is mean by the UKB section. So in this drawing you can see the different terms and the part of the pitched roof symmetric portal frame. For example, this member is known as the eaves haunches. Here you can see in this live images eaves haunches, and this is the known as the eaves. This part, this is the roof pitch, and this part in the center is known as the apex, and lower at the lower part this is the apex haunches. Again this part is the rafter, and these are the columns. So this is the drawing with the terms of the pitched roof symmetric portal frame, and this is the example of the live picture. So next type of portal frame is propelled portal frame. So in this case, when we not required to provide a clear span, so that's why we can use this kind of portal frame. So a propelled portal frame can be used to reduce the rafter size. For example, in this drawing you can see this is again a column, and in the mid of the portal frame there is provided a column, and this part is known as the rafter. And the live image of this proper portal frame you can see, and you can relate both images. So this is an example of the proper portal frame. So next type of portal frame is crane portal frame with column brackets, where a traveling crane of relatively low capacity, that is up to say 20 ton, is required. Brackets can be fixed to the column to support the crane rails. So here you can see the example of the crane portal frame with column brackets. So this is the rigid frame, and this yellow part is the crane bridge, and this part is known as the hoist. This is the crane beam, this part, and this is known as the column bracket. And this part is the floor finish level, this line here you can see. And this span of the portal frame is 48 meter, and height is the 35 meter. So here you can see again this is the crane bridge, and this is the crane beam, and these are the column, and these are the column bracket. So this is the actual image of the crane portal frame with column bracket. So next type of portal frame is cellular beam portal frame. Basically beam with web opening, commonly known as the cellular beams, are extremely popular and versatile structural steel component. Cellular beam are often used to facilitate long span, resulting in flexible column-free internal spaces, reduce uh, substructure cost, and shorter steel erection time. So that's why we use the cellular beam portal frame. And where transport limitation impose requirement for splices, they should be carefully detailed to preserve the architectural features. So here in these images you can see the example of the cellular beam portal frame. So next type of portal frame is curved rafter portal frame. Basically portal frame may be constructed using curved rafters mainly for architectural reason. So because of transport limitation, rafters longer than 20 meter may require splices which should be carefully detailed for architectural reasons. Here you can see the example of the portal curved rafter portal frame. So height can be vary according to the design and need of the building, and this part is known as the column, and this is the curved roof rafter, and this part is the span of the building width. So the curve member is often molded for analysis as a series of straight elements. So this is an live example of the portal frame. So this was the an example of the portal frame. So now we comes on the basic component of the portal frame. So basically the primary steel work consists column and the pitched rafter. So this is the column and this is the pitched rafters. And the light gauge secondary steel work consists of side rail for walls and purlin for the roof. So for example you can see this is part is the side rail, and this is the roof, and the purlin for the roofs. These are the purlins. And the roof and the wall cladding separate the enclosed space from the external environment, as well as the providing thermal and acoustic insulation. So this is the roof cladding that can be in steel and other material as well, and this is the wall cladding. And here are some other component are like this is part the dado wall. This line is mentioning the floor level. This is known as the base plate. You can see here primary steel frame and the base plate. This is the foundation. This part is known as the eaves haunches, lower part of the rafter, this known as the apex haunches, and the eaves strut ties. So these are the some basic component of a portal frame. Now we will discuss about the advantages of the portal frame. So first one is speed and ease of erection. Building can be quickly closed in and made watertight. Framework prefabricated in a workshop and not affected by weather. Site work such as drainage, road, etc. can be carried out until framework is ready for erection. No weather hold up during erecting the framework. Connected together in factories by welding, and site connection should be bolted. So these are the few advantages of the portal frame structure. So along with the advantages of portal frame, here we have some disadvantages as well. So first one is thermal conductivity. Basically, steel is not known for its warmth due to its high efficiency in conducting heat. Where steel frame construction is used, insulation measures need to be put in place to counteract the thermal conductivity of steel. And second is reduced flexibility on site. One of the benefit of using wooden structure component is the ability to adjust them on site. But in the case of the steel, this would not be happen. So the measurement of steel need to be precisely calculated in advance, because the steel fabrication is delivered to site in its final form, ready to be slotted into the building. So that's why we have to be take care about the perfection of the steel. Next is the supporting structure. Steel frame constructions rarely work on their own, because they usually require drywall, sheathing, insulation, and supplementary wooden components to bring a building together. In the opinion of some construction businesses, this longer construction time is an argument against steel frame constructions, although usually the time saving outweigh any adjustment that need to be made on site. So these are the few disadvantages of the steel construction and portal frame. So in this slide here are given a few references related to the portal frame construction. So you can use for more detail these references. So at the end of this lecture, you have to answer these four questions. First one is definition of portal frame and what type of material used for portal frame. Next is what are the different types of portal frame used for prefabrication structure systems. So you have to explain the different types of portal frame. Next is what are the advantages and disadvantages of portal frame. Now, fourth question is explain these following details with suitable sketches. First one is base joint for columns and rigid joints detail, and you can call it apex joint. So you have to solve all these questions. So that's all for this lecture. Now at the end, I would like to thanks to everyone for watching and listening this video lecture.